Yarr! Welcome back, new mateys. Onor's farm ahead. Let's check out.
Where do you think you're going?
Well, as I said, to Onor's farm probably.
I wanted to have a look around, that's all.
There's a heap of trouble here for men like you. Are you telling me you just want to look around? Ha! So you're headed for the farm. Why else would you have trudged all the way here, So don't give me any of that bullshit, and let me search you and you can go on your way.
Okay, let's search me. I heard you're a great warrior, so probably we don't want to fight you.
Suit yourself. Search me then.
Now then, let's see what we have here. Ah, gold. It can be very dangerous carrying so much gold around. A lot of mercenaries are real cutthroats, not honest fellows like me. I only want 50 gold pieces from you. That's the toll here. And you only need to pay once. That's fair, isn't it?
Probably.
And? How are things?
Not many people come this way, but up to now, every one of them has paid my toll.
I have come to join you.
Nice for you. Do you understand that the mercenaries are going to vote whether you get to join them or not?
Will you vote for me?
But then, why not? 50 gold pieces is a fair price for a vote, don't you think?
Sure do. I'm not really sure why I did say it, as you know.
Is it really true?
I'm not going to join the mercs, but hey, let's talk with them and see if I'm already on the Onor's farm.
What do you want?
Not touching that.
I want to have a look around the farm.
Don't go into the building on the left. Silvio's in there. He's not in a good mood right now. If he sees a weakling who doesn't belong on the farm, he might get the idea of venting his bad mood on him.
Silvio sounds like a bully.
Who is Silvio?
Our next leader, if you ask me. If you plan on asking him if you can join us, forget it. You look like you're barely good for herding sheep.
I think you're trying to insult me.
I want to join up with Lee.
Lee won't have much to say around here if he keeps on this way.
What do you mean?
He wants us all to sit around here and twiddle our thumbs. Intimidate a few farmers now and then, and that's it. Silvio always says offense is the best defense, and damn right he is.
That's been known a long time.
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
Don't stop now! Let him have it! Listen to him!
Oh my gosh. He's too strong. Maybe I'll try later.
Where do you think you're going?
I want
Ha! So don't...
Suit.
Now then. Ah, a lot of... I only...
I guess I didn't have to talk with this guy. Oh. Let's keep the dialogue with Raoul as well.
What do you want?
I want to...
Don't go if he's...
I want to...
Lee won't have...
What do you mean?
He wants us all to... Silvio,
Listen to the wrong people.
Who's...
our next leader, if you ask me. You look like you're...
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Hello, Rod.
Got no time for things like that.
How are things?
What do you want from me, weenie?
He
Oh,
wants to know.
that sounds cute, Winnie. I think he's trying to insult me, but actually it sounds cute.
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
Listen, boy. It takes a lot of strength to wield a two-handed weapon. Why don't you slink off to the pasture for a game of ring around the rosy with the sheep? Of course we got him in the end.
Can't rely on that.
I am strong enough.
Nonsense. You couldn't even lift a decent sword like mine.
That was no big deal.
I said I am strong enough.
Oh, you're killing me. Want to risk a little bet?
And that's the truth.
Sure do.
I bet I can handle your sword.
Really? How much should I relieve you of? Well, you look like a poor sucker. Let's make it 30 gold pieces. Do you even have that much?
Say that myself.
Sure.
Let me see then.
Here.
All right, let's see how strong you are.
About this strong.
Change.
Looks like you got me there. I never expected that. You really don't look like you have that much strength in you. Well, I guess I just lost 30 gold pieces. Here you are. Now give me back my weapon.
That's the truth.
Nah.
I think not.
What was that?
I think I'm going to keep it a little longer.
Been there, done that.
Just you wait, you bastard.
He really should have known. Oh my god.
Watch out!
That hurt!
Oh my god!
Watch out!
Okay, this guy isn't strong enough to beat me with bare fists, at least.
Watch out! Give it your all.
Holy shit!
Watch out!
Show him who's boss!
Watch out!
Left, right,
Don't take any
left.
crap!
Watch out!
Holy shit!
Not bad.
And give me your sausage.
Can't rely on
Nah, your weapon
He
sucks.
thinks it's as easy as that.
And it's really cheap. I think I'll give you back your weapon. But now,
Nothing amazes me anymore.
now I can save, because thanks to you I'm 200 XPs ahead. Which is really good, I think.
Don't you try that again.
Wait a minute.
All right, you win. What do you want?
I couldn't care less.
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
I'm not a bad fighter, but that doesn't mean I'm a good teacher. Still, I think I can show you the basics of two-handed combat anyway. That is, if you give me back my sword.
Sure.
Been there, done that.
Here's your sword back.
High time, too.
His decision, wasn't it?
No one really wants.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Okay, I don't carry grudges.
He really should have.
You can fight, and that's what counts. Most of the lads here think nothing of a little brawl amongst friends. You'll get used to that. As far as I'm concerned, you're in.
You didn't get that from
There's
me.
more, believe me.
Okay. Thanks, Rod.
I used to say that myself.
Wolf,
I hardly know what's
our dear old
Over
friend.
again.
That's been known a long
Doing all right?
Hey, I know you. From the colony. What do you want here?
I've got no
I've come to join you.
Why not? I've got nothing against
No
it.
one really wants
Anyway,
to
you
hear that.
freed our mine from the guards back then.
Nobody will learn.
I
Don't
did.
count on getting along with the others here so easily. A lot of newbies have come along since then. And some of the old mercenaries won't remember you. I almost didn't recognize you. You look rather haggard.
When the barrier fell, I barely got away with my life.
Looks like you got lucky then.
No one really wants to hear that.
Well, I'd probably die of starvation if it wasn't for my armor.
It's a bad business.
Or first, more like.
That's not what I heard.
You don't have to tell me that.
Do you have anything to sell?
Oh, don't ask. Bennett, one of the new guys, takes care of the weapons and armor now.
He really
In the colony, I was responsible for Lee's entire weapons store. And then along came a trained smith and pow, I'm out of a job. I desperately need a new job, even if all I do is guard the farms out there. I don't care, just as long as I'm not twiddling my thumbs here anymore.
I hardly know what to
There's
believe.
more,
That's been
believe
known
me.
a long time.
Have you tried finding a job in town?
In the city? Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Or do you think I would want to work there as a militia soldier? I could just imagine myself in the courtier's uniform, and then that obsession with obedience. Nah, forget it. There may not be anything to do here on the farm, but at least I can do what I want.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Can you teach me anything?
I can teach you a few tricks in handling a bow if you want. I don't have anything better to do right now anyway.
I never knew that. He doesn't even know.
I want to learn more about archery.
What should I teach you?
Really didn't deserve that. That was obvious.
Oh, okay, maybe later, but... Gee, that's cool.
Much. I don't believe this is gonna change. Nobody will learn anything from
I have a new teacher. And yet another old friend. You look different, Cypher.
How are things?
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible.
I used to deal in swamp weed back in the colony. Remember?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
And what are you dealing in now?
Ah, don't ask. I brought a whole package of swamp weed with me from the mining colony. Many of the mercenaries like a little smoke now and then. I've earned a small fortune on the side. But some bastard stole all the weed from my chest. I'm pretty sure it was that Bodo. He bunks in the same room as me, and he always grins at me like such an idiot.
Really true. Mustn't believe everything you hear. I've got my own opinion about.
What are you going to do about the thief then?
One of these days, I'll catch him puffing away on my weed, and then I'll find a quiet spot and teach him a lesson he won't forget. If I knock him down here in the middle of the yard, the other farmers will notice, and I'll pay an arm and a leg.
How come?
Quite simple. We can't rough up the farmers, otherwise Lee makes us pay a heavy fine. That's the way Onar wants it. And the more witnesses there are, the more of a fuss there is. That makes things more expensive. So I'll pull the thing off nice and inconspicuously.
Okay.
I want to join Lee's people.
Lee's people? If Lee keeps on this way, they soon won't be his anymore.
Why?
Lee has always been a quiet one. It was that way in the colony, too. But lately, he's overdoing it. He just wants to sit here and wait until the paladins drop dead from starvation. Silvio thinks we should clean up a bit on the small farms and outside the city. I think that would make for an excellent change. At the moment, most of us are just twiddling our thumbs here. Do you want to join up anyway?
I agree with you completely. I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Let's pretend that I do.
I want to become one of you no matter what.
You already know that we take a vote on every new recruit.
What are you hinting at?
Well, I haven't had anything to smoke in a long time. Bring me a few swamp weed reefers and you got my vote. You can surely scare some up someplace.
That's not what I heard. Of course we got him in the end.
Show me your wares.
I don't have any swamp weed at the moment. Do you want something else?
Yes, actually, I want to buy some arrows from you.
It's the first I've heard of it. No idea. You tell me.
And probably sell you some stuff, because...
You listen to the wrong people.
Boy, oh boy, I have a lot of those.
That's no secret. You didn't know that. Is it really true? This is gonna change.
Rusty sword.
Man like Beliar himself was after him.
And a short bow, maybe?
I don't believe these days. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Heavy branch. 2 heavy branches, actually.
He doesn't see that. I can't help him.
Gold ring.
Say you didn't know that. You tell me. I can't help him.
And the pick.
That's been known a long time.
Cool, okay. I sold Cypher some stuff.
I used to say that myself.
Hello.
Hey, you!
I do not sell any weapons. Khaled does. He's in the house with Onar.
I can't help him. Yeah, he really
What kinds of weapons do you make?
Plain swords at the moment, not much else. But if I had some magic ore, I could forge weapons that are better than all comparable weapons made from regular old steel. You wouldn't happen to know where to find some around here. Besides in the Valley of Mines, I mean.
No.
Of course not.
can't believe that.
Are you with the farmers or the mercenaries?
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I was just curious.
Have you ever seen a farmer who also forges weapons?
No.
Then why do you ask such stupid questions?
Don't tell me you didn't know.
There are no stupid questions, only stupid answers, my friend.
It's quite obvious.
Can you teach me how to forge a sword?
Sure. That'll cost you a bit, though. Let's say 30 gold pieces.
Maybe later.
Like you said, nothing amazing.
Maybe later.
That's not what I heard. Nothing amazing. It's the first I've heard of it.
What about forging equipment?
What do you need?
That was obvious all along.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Stop blabbering then. Go to Torloff and let him put you to the test.
That's really not my problem.
Okay,
You really didn't
I
deserve
have
that.
to meet
Who would have thought of that himself?
yet another old friend of mine. Tolo.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible. I was in the colony too.
Right. What do you want?
Why do you speak so quietly?
How's the situation?
Right now, we've got real trouble. Two factions are building up amongst us mercenaries. Silvio and his people doubt that Lee is following the right plan.
How come there are two factions?
Most of us came out of the colony with Lee back then, but some of the mercenaries hooked up with us later. They didn't come from the colony, but were farther south fighting the orcs. Somehow they got wind that Lee needed people. Their leader was Silvio. He agreed that Lee was in charge, but now he's trying to stir up the mercenaries against him and his plan. A lot of Lee's people don't think that it's a big problem, but I know guys like Silvio. He'll go to extremes to realize his ideas.
Do you know what Lee's intentions are?
Lee wants us to wait and starve the paladins in the city. He is planning to get us all away from the island. And Enos knows I've got nothing against getting away from here. I don't really know how he's planning to go about it, but I trust him. He's led us well so far.
Okay.
Do you know what Silvio is planning?
Silvio found out that some of the paladins have moved out to the old colony. He says the rest of the paladins wouldn't dare to attack us here and wants to take advantage of the situation. Plunder the small farms, waylay the militia patrols outside the city, hold up travelers, things like that. But Lee thinks that would be the worst thing we could do in our situation.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I want to become a mercenary.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Where's the problem?
Well, I either have to vote for you or against you. And in the situation we're in, I'll only vote for you if I can be sure that you're on Lee's side.
Okay.
So what should I do?
Simple. Beat up a few of Silvio's boys. That way both sides will know exactly where you stand. And if you stick to the rules for a duel, you'll even win the respect of the others.
What are the rules for a duel?
Go to Torloff and let him explain it if you're interested. Just so we understand each other. I don't care if you stick to the rules or not. Just as long as the boys wind up out cold in the mud.
I've heard a thing or two.
Which of the mercenaries are Silvio's men?
There are 6 men. First of all, Silvio himself and his right-hand man, Bulko. Then there's Rod, Sentenza, Fester, and Raoul. The rest of the people are either neutral or on Lee's side.
How many of Silvio's people should I defeat?
If you knock 3 of them to the ground, then you've proven which side you're on. Whom you choose is your business. Just one little hint. This isn't about proving your courage. Don't go up against Silvio himself. He'll make mincemeat out of you.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Okay.
How many of Silvio's men are still on my list? Rod looks a little worse for the wear. Fester tried to take me for a ride. That was his mistake.
Good. Keep it up. I expect you to rough up at least 3 of them.
Well, I guess I do have to beat up Raoul then. Well, we don't have to join the mercenaries, but let's make some quest for them, am I right? And some XPs.
What are you doing here in my kitchen?
Something smells delicious here.
Oh, yes. I know the likes of you. They're swarming all over the place. First, they try to get on your good side, and then when you need them, they're nowhere to be seen.
I'm hungry.
I don't dish out food to tramps. I only feed people who work. And that mercenary riffraff, of course.
I'm looking for work.
You want to work here on the farm? Only Onar can decide that. The farm is his, and so is the entire valley.
Actually, I was planning to join the mercenaries.
So you're another of those felons from the penal colony? I might have known. Just leave me alone. There's already enough of your kind around here.
I need a place to sleep.
Don't even think about sleeping in my kitchen. Go find yourself a place in the barn.
What's your problem with the mercenaries?
Ah, those morons really get on my nerves, especially Silvio and his fat buddy Bulco. The two of them have been sitting in their corner for days now, making life miserable for me. The soup's too hot, the meat's too tough, etc. and so forth.
Then why don't you do anything about it?
And what am I to do, Mr. Smarty Pants? Whack them with my rolling pin? I can do that to the farmers, but these lowly bastards just hit back.
Oh my gosh.
Want me to teach the two of them some manners?
You better not try that, honey. As far as I know, Silvio has magic armor. He can't be defeated.
And what about Bulco?
That guy is as strong as an ox. So far, he has flattened anyone who tried to mess with him or Silvio.
Okay. Oh, there are no chests here. Well, okay, there are chests here, but there are no beds here.
That's
Shall I talk to Silvio now?
really true.
I guess let's talk to Silvio.
Really didn't deserve that.
He doesn't even know how to
Maybe eat some
All that matters
some
is
mushrooms.
You didn't get that from me.
Tell me that.
Nobody ever asked for my
I never
opinion.
knew that. I'm better off myself.
It has come to my attention that you have it in for my boys. And as far as I know, you're one of Lee's protégés. I'm warning you, a few things are going to be different around here soon, and we'll talk about this again then.
We need to talk, you and I.
What do you want?
I think the best thing would be if you didn't show your face on the farm anymore. See to it that you're gone by tomorrow. We understand each other.
Wow, guys, you're being so mean.
How's it going?
Have I given you permission to address me?
That was obvious all along.
Hey, asshole!
You don't actually think I'd get involved in a duel with you? Go crawl back under your rock.
Know that.
You didn't get that from me.
Thekla has a problem with you.
That's been
So, what is the dear lady's problem? And why doesn't she come herself?
You know that damn well.
Why don't you go discuss that with my friend Bulco for a while?
Silvio doesn't like being talked to. You might have gathered as much by now.
That's really not my problem.
Oh my gosh.
Smashing each other's skulls!
They're trying to kill me.
Time.
It was just like you said. I'll get you yet!
He really said that. That's been going on a long time.
Of course we got him in the end.
Been there, done that.
Oh no. I heard he's strong as an ox.
That was no big deal.
And he beat me up. Okay, how about let's not talk to Silvio for a while. How about we leave this farm? This is such a hostile place.
It has come to my attention that you have it in for my boys. And as far as I know, you're one of Lee's protégés. I'm warning you, a few things are going to be different around here soon, and we'll talk about this again then.
Hey, we need to talk, you and I.
What do you want?
I think the best thing would be if you didn't show your face on the farm anymore. See to it that you're gone by tomorrow. We understand each other.
Will it ever change?
Okay. That's fine by
You
me.
didn't get that from me.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Some problems solve themselves.
I can't believe that.
Did I just sell someone my bow? I think I sold someone my
Obvious all
bow.
along.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Oh, hello, you're Tolof, right? The
I agree with you completely.
second in command of the band I definitely
Hardly
don't
know what
want to
believe
join.
anymore.
What do you want from me?
I want to join the mercenaries.
Oh, and why do you think I should be in favor of you
Never
being
would've thought of
accepted
that
here?
himself.
But he knew that all along.
What are the rules for a duel?
Nobody will
simple.
learn anything from
Both
me.
opponents have to have the opportunity to draw their weapons before the first blow. You can't just go and belt one of the men without warning. There has to be some sort of spoken challenge, an insult, or another reason to fight. None of the other men will interfere in a fight like that, unless one of the two gets killed in the duel.
But he knew that all along.
Okay.
Can you help me improve my abilities?
I could show you how to use your strength better in close combat. A lot of fighters are very weak because they don't have the technique to use their strength properly. The same is true for dexterity and ranged weapons.
I'm no better off myself.
I want to improve my abilities.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Give me some dex.
Good. Now you can use your abilities better.
Where did you pick that up then?
Okay. Let's...
Hey, where you think you're going?
To the house, of course.
Onar pays us not to let guys like you in here.
I want to talk to Lee.
What do you want from him?
I wouldn't be so sure about it differently.
He and I go way back.
You're a pal of Lee's? I don't believe a word. But go on in. She doesn't recognize you. You'll know it. Lee's in the right wing. Don't even think about wandering around anywhere else.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Okay. Right wing is fine by me. Oh, he's not in the right wing.
Damn it. What do you want?
So maybe he's upstairs.
Everything fine with you?
If it's something important, go talk to Lee. Otherwise, leave me alone.
Aww, you sound so sad.
Who the devil let you in here? What are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
What makes you think that?
Gorn told me it was you who brought down the barrier.
Yes, that was me, all right.
I never would have thought that a man could survive something like that. What brings you here? You aren't here without a reason.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
I absolutely must talk to the paladins in town. Can you help me get to them?
What's your business with the paladins?
That's a long story.
I've got time.
Zardoz sent me on a mission. He wants me to obtain a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos.
So you're still allied to that necromancer. I see. And the paladins have this amulet?
As far as I know, yes.
I can help you get to the paladins, but first you need to become one of us.
How can you help me get to the paladins?
Trust me, I've got a plan. I think you're the right man for it. I'll take you to the paladins, and you'll do me a favor. But first, join us.
Okay.
What exactly are you doing here?
Quite simple. I'm gonna see to it that we all get off this island. Onar hired us to defend his farm, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. But our reward is more than just our pay. By helping the farmers, we cut the city off from its provisions. And the less the paladins have to eat, the sooner they'll listen when I finally make them an offer of peace.
What is your offer going to look like?
Essentially, it will be about our pardons and free passage to the mainland. You'll learn more when the time comes.
Gorn told you about me? What happened to him?
You remember him, don't you?
Of course, my favorite tsundere.
Sure.
He got caught by the paladins and was sent back to the Valley of Mines with a penal convoy. If the road to the Valley of Mines wasn't plastered with paladins and orcs, I'd have sent a couple of the boys already to free him. But the way things are, there's no point. Poor devil.
I never knew that.
Let's say I want to join you.
I want to join you.
I'd hope you say that. I can use every able man here. The last mercenaries I accepted have done nothing but stir up trouble. In principle, you can start right away. Well, first there's one or two things we need to get straight, but it's no big deal.
Is it really true?
What do I have to get straight before I can join you?
Onar, the landowner, is the one who employs us. You can only stay on the farm with his approval. And then there's the boys. I can only accept you if a majority of the mercenaries agree that you join us. But don't go to Onar before everything is straightened out. He's a very impatient fellow.
How can I convince the mercenaries to vote me in?
By doing what is expected of you as a mercenary, I should say. Talk to Torloff. He's usually outside in front of the house. He'll put you to the test. If you can pass that, you should have earned a large part of the necessary respect. He'll tell you everything else you need to know.
That's been known a long time.
What do you know about the Ring of Water?
I might have known. You just have to mingle in everything, don't you?
Come on, tell me.
I'm only marginally involved in this. I know that this secret guild exists here and that the water mages are behind it. Since the fall of the barrier, I am no longer bound to the agreement I came to with the water mages back then. Of course, I still help when I can, but most of the time, I have my own problems and barely any time for other things. If you want to know more about it, you should probably talk to Cord. He's one of them, as far as I know.
Okay.
That was obvious all along.
I'm going to talk to Cord then.
Really didn't deserve that.
That's not what I heard.
Damn it. What's up?
But first, let's get some good night's sleep.
What's up?
Oh, you don't have to get up, all of you.
What do you want? Damn it. What do you want?
Oh my gosh, it's past midnight. And it's past my bedtime, definitely. That I do. Alright then, so let's talk to Cord. I think he's somewhere around here about the Ring of Water. But that will happen in the next episode. Thanks for watching, you guys. And see you around.